Welcome back to the video. I hope everyone is doing great. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Terry. And I'm documenting my process of becoming funded with 200k funded capital. I currently do have 10k for a challenge account for FTMO, and I do have 10k with top one, and that 10k with top one is instant funded. As you can see, I'm going to go through the trades that I took last week. I'm a swing trader. I'm a bit lazy posting because the trades take so much time. So on the November, let's start with November, right? Oh no, let's start with October because I'm taking some trades, but the problem is when you take trades with these funded accounts, right? This was the trade I took with AUD, AUD CAD, CAD, right? And let's see the result, guys. I think I said break even. When I put break even here is because I put break even because I cannot hold trade over the weekend, and then when the week starts I end up not continuing my trades. Wait, no, AUD. Okay, this one up here. All right, this one. Okay, this was the AUD catch rate, and I don't know how this trade actually end up. Let's just go and check because I closed at break even over that point, but I believe the market continued to go up. I just remove AUD from my list. Let's go with AUD card with Forex. Okay, let's see what's happening. I guess the trade was around this point. I believe so. What day was that? On the 30th. Yep, it went all the way up. Not too much. So probably this trade would have been a break even or maybe a loss, because I like my trade to be a win or a loss. Okay, let's continue. On the 30th of October, I did take this NZD also for a sell. As you have seen, I'm risking only 0.5%, so half a percent. And let's see how this trade turned out to be what I was looking at for this trade. This is the daily time frame. I was just following the 50% fib retracement, right? And we have made a low bounce at the support level. I try to follow the trend, so I will not take a counter trend on the daily, although this was a bullish this was bullish on the daily until now we reached that 50% and we draw a line. And when we saw this candle, we scaled down to the 4-hour and saw and look for entries. Also our trend line break. That was the reason why I was taking this trade. As you can see, the result was also break even because I guess maybe Friday came about and I was getting a little bit of profit and I decided to close. But this trade also turned out to be a win. So what is this telling me? This is telling me that I should have, if I had stayed with this trade, right, I would have been win, right? But then, as you can see, what happened in my trading journal is after those break evens, 1 2 3 break evens, which all of them maybe turned out to be very good, especially this NZD also. That was a long time ago. I took this NZD, and this is a 4-hour, right? I used my 50% fib moving averages and the 14 moving average. As you can see, the cross over here, no strategy is perfect. It was bullish and then it became bearish, and I entered here and this trade ended up to become a monster. So as you can see, I closed here at break even because I will say a little profit because it was the weekend. Little did I know this trade turned out to be very also profitable trade, which is making me, let's look at it right now. Pound NZD. Pound NZD. This was the level that I was talking about. I will show you guys right now. I think I took the trade somewhere here with that cross. Yep, somewhere here. And as you can see, right, just following the structure of the market. Thank God I did not take this trade because I know that when the 4 hour is bullish, this was just a area of interest from the daily time frame, so we have to wait for every time frame to make sense. Every time frame to make sense. Break, come back, as you can see on our 50 moving average. If I had seen a good rejection also here, maybe a structure shift from the bullish right now, from the daily, also the 4 hour to bearish. But as you can see, the 4 hour never shifted. We just had a little range, 1 2. I was just had an interest to sell, but thank God we missed this opportunity to take that sell because the market continued to break above this resistance level and continue to the upside. Okay, let's go ahead and look at our losing trades. Yep, this NZD USD became a good trade also for okay, let's look at our losing trade. AUD JPY. This trade, this is what it looked like. I guess this wasn't really I don't know, maybe this wasn't really a level, I don't know, but let's look at the outcome because this trade turned out to be a loss, right? Market just boom broke above my moving average and that resistance level. Yeah, that's what trading is about. Let's look at the pair right now in the market. AUD JPY. As you can see, look, after that broke, it kicked me out. It literally continued. So maybe I have to be better at placing my stop loss. That's what I'm just thinking. Or maybe it's just a losing trade because I was going with this resistance level, right? But there is another resistance level up here, so maybe I entered too early. Maybe after seeing this, I wasn't looking at the market also during this time, but after I lost, I think I would just have passed on that opportunity. So maybe better structure placement because it's all about market structure, because this is what the daily was doing. The daily was creating a high, so we think, okay, now the daily creates a low here, and then I was predicting the lower high in order to sell. That was what was happening. Let's go and see the next trade that lost. Okay, we lost this AUD card also. Oh yeah, we did took an AUD card trade. I guess it became a loss. I don't know if I came out of this trade. If not, I guess so. Look, boom, it went up, came back down, and became a loss. So right now AUD is just, I think the Canadian dollar is also weak and AUD, so they are just ranging in the market right now. AUD card, we have already seen it. Even AUD card, this is not the better use, but yeah, you can tell that they are ranging right now. Okay, let's go to our next trade. Let's delete these ones. Guys, the next trade that I took was Euro AUD. Since I was believing that AUD, this is why I was believing that the AUD card was weak, so I saw this Euro AUD opportunity. It was very clear. We were going bearish, making lower lows and lower highs, and then this is a daily support level. We'll finally create a new high. So I was thinking, okay, this is perfect for the buy. So that's why I entered the buy, and Euro AUD, it became a loss. Let's look at what happened. The market just immediately just swept down, took me out. And at the same time, I think I was taking that AUD JPY also. So it makes sense to not rely on one pair too much, right? In order to diversify, because I was trading both AUD. I was trading AUD JPY, yeah, and I was trading AUD Euro AUD. So it may make sense if it goes to my favor, but this time it didn't just go to my favor. So it is what it is, right? Let's look at the pair right now. Euro AUD. Let's look at what it's doing right now. Oh, you see, so you can tell this was what the daily was looking like. 1, 2, 3 level of support. So sometimes if you are just trading on the daily time frame, it's just good. Sometimes people tell me my stop loss is too big, but it doesn't matter if it's 1%, because look, I would have been almost 1% up. But because, like I said, I missed the structure. Look at where I was putting my, let me go back. Okay, good. Look at where I was putting my stop loss, right? I guess my stop loss was too tight in this scenario, right? So if we're just following the trend, I guess my stop loss would have been a little bit, maybe somewhere around here, because this is our lower high, this is our lower low. We'll finally create that new higher high. So from this level to this level is our range, our trading range. Until price creates new low, then we know that, okay, but price can still come and create a double bottom even. So this is something that traders need to just be aware of. I guess this is a trading mistake, because I'm very good at following my structure, but I'm disappointed at this one, and I'm going to blame myself. Anything you do in the market, you blame yourself. The market is just going to move. We are thinking, oh, let's do it here because the market, we can't control really what the market does and what time the market makes the move, but we can only enter at the right time. I enter at this time because I know that this is a good price point for me to enter, and this was a good level for me to put my stop loss based on this small, because I saw this small support also. But if I'm looking at the trading range, I would have put my stop loss all the way over here, because this was a new high, which means what? We can still play around here and still continue bullish. It is what it is, and I can just go for 1-to-1. It is what it is, right? If you go to 1-to-1, you just have a higher percentage of wins than loss. Nobody likes taking a loss. I personally do not like taking a loss, especially if I'm looking and waiting for the good opportunity. You see, I waited until the market came here at the support level before I'm taking a trade. So we have to do better at that one moving forward. Let's go to the next trade that I took. It was also euro, because I saw that euro was strengthening. We are still in this trade on our FTMO account. So look at, and you can see my stop loss, it also wasn't even good, because I'm even thankful that I did not get taken out. Look at where my stop loss was. I saw the head and shoulder, the same thing here on the support level from the daily time frame, and as you can see, I'm still in this trade. So let's look at the pair right now, what it's doing. Euro Canadian dollar. Okay, perfect. That was the head and shoulder I spotted. This was a key level of support. This is why I keep on telling everybody, please trade on the higher time frames. Look at the daily time frame and trade on the higher time frame. For example, if I was buying here at this support level, I know that our 50 moving average is supporting us also, and we have seen a high. So I will scale down to the lower time frame and see what is happening. 1 2, finally create new highs, come back, try to look for that buy. And I try to look for the buy only when the moving average has crossed. So something like this, I would have taken my buys, maybe put my stop loss here, or maybe here, since I've learned that we shouldn't be putting our stop loss too tight, right? And to be honest, you can go for 1-to-1, call it a day. If you are going for 1-to-1 and it's winning, you just have to increase your let's say your money, right? Maybe you are risking $50. You can start risking $100 because you know what you are doing. You know that is a high probability of win. So this is what it looks like right now after I saw the head and shoulder. As you can see, the market was going up immediately. It came back and created that higher low. Boom. Touched the 50% moving average, and I had already entered there, and I put my stop loss somewhere here. You never know, maybe like moving forward, this is where I would have put my stop loss. Maybe I will just even put my stop loss at that 50%. Another way to enter, this would have been a buy limit. Another way to have had entered was if I had seen the market like this, right? Because at this point, this candle hadn't even closed on the 4-hour, but I just entered with the market execution. I don't want to miss the trade, or I enter like this from this if I know that this pair is bullish from that high, previous highs, right? And then I just put my stop loss somewhere here, because now we know that the lower high is already formed, so we are very certain that this is our lower high, and now we can put our stops here. That's another way to enter the market. There are multiple ways to enter the market, and guess what? You can go for your 1-to-1. You would have already been almost, maybe, let's see, boom, maybe you'll be hitting take profit by now. If you had entered using that 50% moving Fibonacci level from this point to this point, right? If you had entered with a limit order from this 50%, you'd have already been you would have already taken your profit. If you are going for 1-to-2, almost taking your profit, right? Almost. And this is how you look at the market, right? This is how you look at the market every day to think, okay, what can I do to improve? And this is the simple things that we do, right? And sometimes I was just thinking, you know what, why am I even stressing? The market came here, all of these scaling down. I'm starting to think it's just noise, right? Because look, let's be honest, guys, the market comes at a discount, right? And we are making lower lows. Yes, we are making lower lows, right? But this is how the market moves. After a market makes a low, okay, let me start back. After a market makes a low, we are expecting it to retrace, right, to create a lower high, and then makes a low. Although we are bearish, we know that overall we're at a support level also, so we cannot ignore that. And guess what we saw here? Indecision candle, and then guess what? The market is pulling back to create maybe another lower high, right? This is a lower high, lower high, but this is a key support level, so the market can easily bounce here and start making higher highs, right? Exactly, especially if we look at the weekly. Probably, okay, weekly is also bearish, but this is also a weekly level of support. So the market bounces at this resistance level, right, and support level, right? So especially right now, we cannot ignore that this is also the market is approaching the support. So we'll just scale down to our lower time frame to see the market is going to reject and see if it will continue bullish. That's why it's good to really know what you are doing in the market, right? What you are doing in the market. Because the market was bearish, that doesn't mean you are looking for only sells, because this is a support level. In a support level, we do have a bullish bias. Like I said, in a support level, we always have a bullish bias to take the market to the upside, because market always bounce at support level. Buyers are looking to buy at the support level, and we have to wait for confirmations by seeing it here. If the market just continue with this strong bearish momentum and just keep going, fine. If the market would have indecision here, and just kept, continuing, fine. But the market did not, because in the 4 hour we're making higher highs and higher lows, and that's why we saw that head and shoulder pattern. With that being said, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. The way this trade is looking, I would prefer, I don't even know, I'll just wait for it to do what it has to do. For this trade, I'll wait for it to do what it has to do. And moving forward, I was trying to only trade maybe like the JPY pairs or the Euro pairs, because it helps me with that time frame confluence, right? It really does help me. I mean, not even time frame confluence, sorry. It helps me with the how do you call that, with the pair correlations, right? Correlations. I love to do that. As you can see, lately I've been taking euro, AUD, as you can see, NZD, JPY, this and that, because I look for correlation. Oh, is this pair weak? If it's weak, okay, let's take advantage of that. And also, I just took a trade also, yes, on pound JPY. This is what it looks like. 4 hour, clearly a little bit of range, and we started creating our lows, lower high, lower low. And for me, this is perfect. Maybe maybe I'm too tight on the stop loss, but this is what my stop loss is looking like, and I'll be taking this trade right now. Actually, oh shit, it just bounced down. Oh my goodness, I don't like this. Yes, before I created this video, I was going to take this trade on my account here. So right now, you guys will just witness me taking the trade right now, and this is perfect actually, because my stop loss now can actually be this side, because I know that it has created that low that we are looking for, right? As you can see, it's finally created that low. My stop loss can actually be here, and let's do that right now. Let's take the sell, and for this market, the highest I can risk is $30. So I'm just gonna put stop loss, make sure my stop loss is put, and it's going to be $30. I put this one here because so it looks like I'm gonna put that tight stop loss for $30, and my take profit, I'm gonna do it for $60. That's the maximum take profit I can do. Okay, so that one is showing 40 something. Try to go a little bit. 64, we don't want that. We want like $60. Okay, 59. Okay, that's about it, right? That's about 59. What is it showing me? Okay, let's do sales. All right, that's what I'm looking for. There we go. There we go. You know why? Because according to the rules here, my maximum profit and my maximum loss combined together, like 60 plus 30, has to equal not more than $100. So that's a trick, right? They kind of restrict you because they want you to, it's called equity something. It's like the consistency rule. So this one is called equity. They limit you from the amount of money that you make. As you can see, the market is clearly in a downtrend, and what we are hoping for is to continue this move, right? As you can see, everything is looking good. Look at what our trend line is doing, and our moving average, right? Our moving average was, it came back above our moving average. Now it crossed our moving average. Now it came back above our moving average again, right? Yeah. And then now we are looking for another push. Okay, maybe this could be the final push, but that's what we are looking for to capitalize on the move. Thank you guys again so much for watching. If you make it to the end of this video, can you just type 111 at the end of this video? Type 111 and you can ask me any question. And again, I will also be linking my trading journal, this trading journal right here. I'm going to be linking it down in the description. Okay, you will see it will not be like this is my trading journal. Your own will be empty and you can make a copy of it. This is in Excel. You can make it your own copy also, right? And then you can start using it. It just has the basics in forex, you know. It just has the date, the currency that you're trading, even if you're buying or selling, you know, all of that simple information. And it also have like this is called the monthly, weekly, daily, 4-hour, right? Combo trade. So I'm making sure that I'm using multiple time frame. That's what I'm using. And then I did have a trading challenge here that I started before. This is very interesting, guys. I'm going to start this challenge again soon to $10-15 into about into 1 million, or like, yeah, into 1,900,000 in 30 trades, right? This was what happened, guys. I only ended up with, I wasn't serious. I ended up just, and I started this July. That's crazy. This was a trade that I took. As you can see, the same thing. I was trading on the 1-hour time frame. I took one trade, boom. I think this trade was a win, but the problem here is I did not continue. I guess I lost my other trades and I became lazy. But as you can see, our first trade, we are risking 50% of the account. Our profit, 50% from that $15 is $750, and our profit is going to be I guess about $750 also, I guess. And then the next trade will be starting with what, 22, because if we make profit, our next one will be 22. From 22 we risk 50% again. The best part is that I mean, from 22 we'll be risking now 11, so it's a bigger risk. I wasn't comfortable in, maybe, I don't know, but watch out and stay tuned for this challenge again. Maybe when I get my next paycheck, I'm gonna use $15 in order to start this challenge. I was just looking for a broker because the broker I was using was KOT Forex, but they closed, so maybe that demotivated me. I had to remove all my funds, but I'm looking to do this again next time. Thank you guys so much for watching again. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. Probably it will be the trading challenge. Peace out.